Hi everyone, today I am going to talk about Purple Fox malware. In this presentation, I will give you information about what Purple Fox is, when it emerged, on which platform is effective, how it is spread, and what can be done to predict it from it. Purple Fox is a combined vector and rootkit used in various campaigns to deliver a variety of cryptocurrency miners, ransomware, and spyware. It can also act as an explicit kit to deliver payloads, including itself to other destinations. Purple Fox was discovered in March 2018 and it's treated as an explicit kit targeted Internet Explorer and Windows machines with various privilege upgrade explicit. Originally a fileless downloader malware, Purple Fox was delivered by another EK named Rick and infected at least 30,000 systems. In 2019, it shifted to Windows PowerShell to deliver and retrieve malware, and its operators made it a replacement of the Rick egg. However, throughout late 2020 and early 2021, the Guardicore Global Sensors Network detected Purple Fox new spreading technique through indiscriminate port scanning and leveraging open server message block services with weak passwords and hashes. A significant amount of malicious activity occurred in May 2020, and the number of spread increased by approximately 600% in line with the observation made. This means about 90,000 attacks have occurred. Purple Fox targets Windows machines and is effective on all versions. Attackers host various MSI packages on approximately 2,000 servers. These are compromised machines that have been redesigned to host malicious payloads. It is based on scanning multiple servers according to the assumptions, looking at the services hosted on them in terms of operating system versions and server versions. It has been found that the vast majority of servers serving the first payload are running on IIS version 7.5 and relatively older versions of Windows Server, and they are running on Microsoft FTP, which are known to have multiple vulnerabilities of varying severity levels. Purple Fox is until recently an active malware campaign that requires user interaction or some kind of third-party tool to infect Windows machines. However, according to new research, it was determined that the attackers behind the campaign added new functionality to victim systems that could break into them on their own. Targeted Windows machines that have been exposed to pass-through phishing and exploit kits. This malware has been rearranged to add new worm capabilities. This worm Purple Fox malware now also contains a rootkit that makes threat actors hide malware on the machine and make it difficult to detect and remove. The researchers analyzed the latest activity of Purple Fox and explained that there were two significant changes in the way attackers spread malware on their Windows machines. The first is that the new worm payload is executed after a victim machine has been compromised via a vulnerable server such as server message block. The other is that is use previous tactic to infect machines with malware through a shipping campaign and send the payload via email to exploit browser vulnerability. Multiple samples sent to virus total via email scanners have been identified and marked with a red frame. After the code execution has been performed on the victim machine and leave servers, matching this regular expression. For example, AC01, AC05, AC08, etc. will be created. The aim of this service will be to establish. It will be used to execute a simple command using persistence and the for loop. The purpose of the command is to iterate a set of URLs containing the MSI that install Purple Fox on the machine. MSI exec will be run with the iflag to download and install the malicious MSI package from one of the hosts. It also used to be executed with the Q flag for quiet execution, so no user interaction is required. When the package is executed, the MSI installer will start. To analyze when running the MSI installer without the Q flag, in other words as if executing directly from an email attachment, the installer will display the following window. The installer looks shortly like a Windows Update package with Chinese text translated to Windows Update and random letters. These letters are randomly generated between each different MSI installer to create a different hash and make it a little difficult to connect between different versions of the same MSI. This is a cheap and simple way to avoid various detection methods like static signatures. In addition, MSI packages have been defined that have the same strings but have random null bytes added to them to generate different hashes of the same file. However, many different versions of the same MSI and payloads have been obtained and are shown in the VT graph. As the installation progresses, the installer will extract the payloads and decrypt them from within the MSI package. The MSI package contains three files. First one is 64-bit DLL payload, second one is 32-bit DLL payload, and last one is an encrypted file containing a rootkit. As part of the installation process, the malware modifies the Windows firewall by running multiple nash commands. The malware adds a new policy called CNA to the Windows firewall. Under this policy, it creates a new filter named filter1, and under this filter is considered that ports 445, 139, and 135 on both TCP and UDP are banned from any IP addresses on the internet to connect it to the infected machine. It is also believed that the attackers did this to prevent the infected machine from being reinfected or exploited by a different threat actor. This malware can also be seen executing the commands in this page. Also, the malware will install an IPv6 interface on the machine by executing on button command. The purpose of the process is to allow the malware to scan IPv6 addresses and maximize the efficiency of spreading over IPv6 subnets. Niche commands have also been seen in previous campaigns, so it is not exclusive to this iteration of Purple Fox. These commands are specifically documented as part of Rootkit and Nugget Phantom under the CNA policy name. Purple Fox has done is install a rootkit module used for hidden open source rootkits to hide dropped files and folders and even Windows registry entries created on infected systems. When the rootkit is developed and the service is rebooted, the malware will rename the DLL payload to match a Windows system DLL and also be able to configure it so that it can be launched at system startup. The aim of this rootkit is to hide various registry keys and various files as example in the Git repository as detailed by its author. The hidden rootkit was developed by a security researcher to run various malware analysis tasks and hide all those research tasks from malware. You can find more detailed information from hidden from the link here. Once the rootkit is loaded, the installer will reboot the machine to rename the malware DLL as a system DLL to run a boot time. When the malware was run in the lab without the Q flag, a window asking to restart the machine appeared. This window is shown below. Once the machine is restarted, the malware will begin to execute. After the execution is complete, the propagation process will begin. The malware will create IP ranges and start scanning them on port 445. When responding to the SMB probe sent on port 445, the machine will attempt to authenticate the SMB by forcing username and password to be root or by attempting to establish a null session. If the authentication is successful, the malware will create a service that matches the regex, for example, AC01, AC05 as mentioned before, that will download the MSI installation package from one of the many HTTP servers and thus will complete the infection loop. So, how can we protect from the purple fox? The best advice for preventing purple fox is to update and patch the system regularly. Adding more advanced security layers to the network will increase the purple fox prevention ability. Adding anti-malware solutions that use behavior monitoring and strengthened intrusion anti-detection capabilities with security solutions that use artificial intelligence or machine learning is another solution. It is also very important to receive cybersecurity awareness training and not to neglect the information learned here. Thank you for listening.